What's up, humans, and welcome to a new Psicoactivo. Happy Saturday, everybody. I hope everybody's doing fantastically. If you went out yesterday, I hope you're not hungover or anything like that. And if you are, get some birria tacos, get some electrolytes, and maybe go work out or something so you can sweat it all out. But yeah, so I didn't do a video yesterday because I was busy with a bunch of calls and a bunch of conversations that weren't on the air. um, I'm happy to tell you guys that there's a lot of stuff coming our way. I am going to be releasing some merch. We're still working it out, but there's gonna be merch from KGRA, the online station where I'm a part of. I'm part of the KGRA family, and they're like one of the few places in the whole ufology space where I felt really heard and respected. So that's why I'm rocking with them, and I'm going to keep rocking with them. But I'm also releasing some merch of my own. So I'm doing both things, and I'm going to let you know when it's going to roll out. Obviously, we're going to have some caps, we're going to have some hoodies, we're going to have some polos, and some of those larger t-shirts for working out. Those are like the one things that I have in mind as of now. It's gonna be the same logo because the face logo is gonna be the same because that one was provided by me. If you guys don't recall, the person that did this logo is Todd Harper. He's my friend. He has a YouTube channel called Flow State Vibe. I'm gonna leave it in the description for y'all. And he was the one who reimagined my original logo from Psicoactivo, and he made that for me. So that was really cool, and I'm going to show you guys the one that I'm going to be using that my wife helped me put out. This is the logo that my wife just helped me put out. The part of the face, that one was made by my friend Todd Harper, but the new eye, the new reptilian eye, that was put on there by my wife. And that one's going to be the logo that we're going to be using for the personal merch that we're going to be releasing. And let me show you the other one. This one is the logo that is going to be used for the KGRA merch. We're obviously going to add colors to the other one as well, but this other reptilian eye is different than the other one that my wife made. And this is the logo that it's going to be used for the KGRA merch. Just letting you guys know how it's going to roll out. It's going to be great. Okay, so let's go to the news. Yeah. Yesterday, given that I was really busy, I wasn't able to bring you guys the news of the day, which I think is really important. So I'm releasing it today. It's about David Grusch. And if you guys were wondering how advanced the work David Grusch is doing is, we have statements from Mr. Matt Laslo at Askapol, who's doing fantastic work. Just a little announcement, he's going to be on the show next week. We're going to talk about all of this. And we're going to see if he's already spoken to Grush. Hopefully he has. But if he hasn't, it doesn't really matter. I still want his perspective on everything that's going on because he's one of the few people with boots on the ground. Him and Joe Khalil are pretty much the only ones that are like over there constantly. Joe Khalil, obviously from News Nation, he does fantastic work as well. Well, let's show you guys what happened because apparently there's been meetings going on all last week. Grush has been talking to everybody since he arrived. He started on April the 1st, actually. And this past week, he had meetings with Congresswoman Luna and Congressman Burlison, both separately and together. And this is what Burlison said. I'm just going to show you guys. Please go to Askapol, subscribe to Askapol if you can. Matt is doing incredible work, and it's great to just stay up to date because the what he does is that he gets the questions from the people to the Congress people, and there are some really wild questions from you, and he's asked questions for me too. Remember that James Webb stuff? He asked that question to Representative Andre Carson, and that was really big, because it gave us an idea of what is going on with these unclassified briefings. Well, Laslo is speaking to Burlison here, and this is what he said.
Today was a good day with the UAP topics. We had David Grusch in town. We had meetings in the oversight with Anna Luna.
She told me, yeah.
And we had a lot of ideas, good strategy that we're kind of formulating. Grusch is, I'm telling you, he is like a wellspring of insight into this, into everything in this category. So,
interesting.
I think
so
everybody
it was a little bit illuminating.
I think that everybody in the room recognizes that this was a good move by my team and me to bring him on.
Yeah. Well, no, even talking with Richard earlier, he was like, I don't know, like, what does he get paid? And I was like, he's part-time, but just because this is
coming out
new.
of my budget. Coming out of my budget.
But that's where, like, this is just different. So
Yeah,
everyone's kind of talking about it.
Yeah.
I brought up to Himes last week, and Himes was like,
Oh,
really?
I saw that, yeah.
But it sounds like what Luna told me, that you guys kind of have a good game plan.
We do.
Yeah. You can't tell me too much, but I'm sensing more optimism from you and her than I have in the past few months.
I mean, this is an exciting moment. Like we've got, we were at a place where we were kind of operating in the dark. We didn't even know where to go, right?
Yeah.
And now we've got somebody that's turned on a flashlight.
Yeah. No, well put.
Or is bringing his flashlight.
And this is kind of technically his first week, because last week was onboarding him.
Yeah.
So this is kind of his first week.
Yeah. He had a lot of meetings this week with the administration, with setting up, with having meetings with my team.
Did you guys hear that? David Grusch had meetings with the administration. That's a first for me. I hadn't heard that had happened before. So kudos to Matt Laslo for breaking this news, which, in my opinion, is the most interesting snippet from this exchange. But let's continue listening to.
Having meetings with others. So it was a good week.
Do you guys have an answer yet? From last week, you were a little, not confused, but 100% certain whether his
Security clearance?
Yeah, whether that was coming from Pentagon or not.
We don't.
Does he got it?
We're trying to get it. It's in process. And the oversight staff said it could take like 2 months.
Yeah.
So we're going to try to expedite that and make some phone calls and put pressure.
But at a certain point, it doesn't matter, right? Is that really important?
He may not be able to directly tell us, but he can at least tell us where to go poke.
Yeah, that was the key right there, because Laslo knows that Grusch is not going to be able to really get access anywhere if he doesn't get back his security clearance. And this is something that people keep saying in the comments, and you guys are just wrong. David Grusch doesn't have a security clearance right now. He needs to get it back. I don't know where you get that he still has one. He doesn't. And this is the key point here. Because when Matt asked about Congresswoman Luna and he said that she was really excited, that's true. But we need to temper the expectations a little bit, because this final part is very crucial. David Grusch needs to get back that clearance. If he doesn't get it, he's going to be extremely limited in what he'll be able to provide to the Congress people and to the task force. But this is definitely a step in the right direction. I'm just going to show you Congresswoman Luna's snippet that Matt Laslo shared on Askapol as well, because I think it's important that you guys check it out. Here it is.
I have not heard about that, but I did just have a meeting with Burlison and Grusch, and that went well. So we'll be announcing dates for UAP soon.
How'd that go?
Well,
What is the focus still? You guys trying to get him in a skiff?
yeah. We're gonna have a lot of fun with it. You'll see. We'll be announcing soon.
Is it going to still be in April or?
We're having a lot happening. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys will be happy.
Did you hear that? You guys will be happy. I hope so. He needs that clearance though. And yeah, apparently we're going to get a bunch of things happening just over the next 2 weeks. At least announcements and perhaps even something, skiff, a new hearing. I'm game. I mean, if Grush is there, I want to hear more from him. I want to hear his perspective on things. I want to hear that he got that clearance back and that he is pointing towards the direction that everybody needs to look for. I'm down. Are you guys down? I'm hoping you guys are, but let me know what you think in the comments about these first 2 weeks of David Grush. What do you think based on what the two Congress people said? Do you think it's going well? Do you think it's going to go even better? What are you expecting from Grush? And how do you think he will affect this whole process with or without his security clearance? Because if he doesn't get it back, he still can help, I think. Can you guys tell me where do you think he can help if he doesn't get that security clearance back? But of course, we're all expecting him to get it back. So hopefully he does. And Burleson said that 2 months is what it takes to get it back, but they're going to push for it to be returned even before that, if possible. Hopefully that happens. I don't know how the processes work in the Capitol, but hopefully that can happen way sooner than 2 months from now because things are really picking up, if you ask me. And I wanted to touch on something real quick because, yes, I am also concerned of how these tech companies are like starting to get more involved in the UFO topic. Uh, Not because I think they wouldn't be beneficial in any way to the topic. I think they would be, but the problem here is that over the last 30 years or so, a lot of the biggest entities in the world and the most powerful ones have become these tech companies. We got places like Google that control pretty much half of the internet in this side of the pond. We got places like we got X, we got Elon Musk controlling a lot of things too, and there are many more. You know, we got Bill Gates with Microsoft, and just imagine if one of these companies got a hold of whatever technology the government is hiding. I am not comfortable with that, and I completely get it. I completely get when people complain about that and express their concern about that. Of course, I'm also concerned. The problem here is that there's also a very evident political disenchantment since the administration came on, the new one. A lot of people from the UFO community who are consider themselves either left wing or Democrat or liberals, many of them are just not happy with the new administration and they're purposely sabotaging a lot of these efforts. They're criticizing people who are trying to do the work with UAP, and they're just like not happy about any of it. And I'm talking like people who are influential within the UFO community. And shame on you guys because this is supposed to be a nonpartisan effort, and you guys are making it partisan. And I think that you can be really concerned about your country and the way this administration is doing things. That is completely fair. But the moment you start affecting the topic in general by just criticizing instead of trying to find a proactive way of solving things, that is never helpful. And you guys don't understand. You keep doing it. And I saw recently some rage quits from the topic. I think it's better if you guys rage quit and just don't get involved than keep spitting out venom and poison and affect the topic. But that's just my opinion. And keep in mind, I have a lot of more liberal ideas about the world in general. I grew up in a liberal household, but that doesn't mean that I can't respect people who are on the other side and try to understand them. And yeah, I think that any decent person would be opposed to illegal or unjust treatment of others. I genuinely think so. In the matters that we definitely do not agree, that's where we have to get on a table and debate and talk it over and reach an agreement that can, if not fully satisfy, at least satisfy both sides. That's the only way that I think this is going to keep working. If you're like injecting your ideology to the topic, I don't think you should even be part of this, because we are trying to make it a point to not let the full topic of UAP be infected by political ideologies. I think that's the point. And I know that some of you will tell me, well, Pavel, it's inevitable to politicize it. I don't think so. I don't think so. But maybe I'm wrong. Let me know what you think. I'm sorry for this, but I had to do it because I can see a lot of influential people within the community that just don't like the current administration. I'm also very concerned about many things that are happening right now, because it's not just affecting the U.S., it's affecting the whole world. There's a lot of division. I get it. I'm also concerned, but I think that the topic itself needs to live in a separate environment and let the other things just mesh with each other. Because if we mesh it all together, we're going to lose it, and it's not going to work. We're not going to be able to get to the bottom of this if we stay divided over just this, just this. I would advise you to look at this as a family, a Thanksgiving family dinner, where you know that you have to comport yourself because there's gonna be those crazy uncles that you know get the place riled up with their politically incorrect comments. That's the way I think you need to look at the whole UFO topic when it comes to politics. You understand going into it that you need to comport yourself because we have a common goal. I would do that. That's what I try to do. And I'm really disappointed at people that don't even give a shit about it. If their horse race is not winning, they just drop out. And I mean, dropping out is fine, but if you sabotage the other horses purposely, shame on you. And I'm not sorry to say that. So, yeah, that's what I wanted to say about that. Let me know in the comments what you think and about all the Grush stuff too. Thank you for your time. If you like the content you see, I'm going to ask you to please like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you can get notified when a new video drops. If you want to support the channel in any other way, you can become a member. You can support us on the KGRA feeds, or you can pick a link, whatever you choose. Thank you for the support. And remember, we're getting merch soonish. So be on the lookout for that. Remember, stay curious, stay inquisitive. Bye bye.